I had mentioned that making these cancer journey videos is kind of tough, so I'm excited today because it's my last one. And if it's not my last one, it's going to be close to my next last one. I'm not going to have to make one for quite a while. And I have some great news to share and some okay news to share. If you've been following along, in May I was diagnosed with 2 kinds of lymphoma. It is October now. I was diagnosed with diffuse large B-cell lymphoma and an underlying case of follicular lymphoma. Basically, in my case, the follicular lymphoma I had for quite a while, didn't even know it. It transitioned into diffuse large B-cell, which eventually got me going into urgent care and saying, what's going on with my stomach? So far, I've had 6 treatments of Pola-R-Chp. It is the treatments you're probably familiar with in so much as they're 21-day cycles. You get a cocktail at day 1, and you can kind of assume what each week is going to look like based on the last week. It wasn't so bad at the front end. It got progressively more difficult with fatigue and everything as it went on, but those ugly sessions are done. And now I've already had the first of 2 monoclonal antibody treatments. That's rituximab, if anybody's familiar with the drug. It is a similar kind of situation where, and it is actually one of the Pola-R-Chp drugs, but it still goes in and kills targeted cells, and then you rebuild them, and et cetera. It goes on. So there are some side effects, but it's nowhere nearly as bad. In addition to getting the treatment last week, I also had a PET scan, which led to a biopsy. Got the results back yesterday on Monday. The results are the diffuse large B-cell lymphoma is gone, and that's great news. The so-so news is follicular cancer still hanging around. That's why I had the biopsy. It is just a follicular, so that is super good news. Follicular cancer is something that's considered more like a chronic illness that you can live this with for full life. Typically, if you're diagnosed with follicular cancer, you'll just start in active monitoring every month, every 3 months, every 6 months. You'll go in, get scanned, make sure nothing's really changing, and that's it until something happens. Well, my scores came back, and I'm going to start on the first of the decision tree treatments, which is continuing the monoclonal antibody treatments every quarter. So every 90 days, I'll go in, I'll get shots, I'll get a CT or a PET scan. They'll just track the progress. If it gets worse, there are additional treatments that are a little bit uglier than the monoclonal antibody treatment. If it gets better, I can stop and go back into active monitoring. So really, with the follicular cancer, it's a wait and see game. You never know, but I'm kind of pumped up about the diffuse large B cell. The more I think about it, I'm still trying to come to terms with the lifelong follicular cancer. I mean, even if we can get that to go into remission, it's only a matter of time it comes back, until it comes back, because it's so hard to kill off. So I'm not super excited about that, but it's not going to change my quality of life at all. So in that terms, it's all great. On the follicular cancer side, in 20 years, 50% of the people are still alive. Might not sound great at the, just saying that, but when you look under the covers, you usually don't get this until you're 65. And by the time you're 85, there's a lot of things going on besides dying from follicular cancer. So I'm just going to try and take the lessons learned about maintaining health, just being aware, being a good person, and making the most of every day. And that's about all any of us can do. So I hope if anybody comes in after me and sees this video, they found some kind of hope or some kind of value in it. For me, it was helpful just as a way of talking about it. So with that, I'm out. Thanks.